Hello, my YouTube hunties. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video. It's been about a couple of months now, and I know I was supposed to give you guys a video probably like a month back or so, but there's been a lot going on in my life. Recently, I was assaulted, as you can see by the title. All of this just changed my life tremendously. But anyways, let's get straight to the video. So basically, November 29th was the day I got assaulted. And basically, I was getting off from work. Just a regular day, you know, me getting off from work, had my regular time. And around this time, I was catching the bus to get to work because literally after the assault, I was supposed to go get my driver's license the next day. And with all of this, of course, it didn't happen. But before the assault and everything, I was catching the bus to work and back home. And sometimes, like, my mom would come get me or whatever. But on this particular night, I was on my way home from work. And everything was fine, you know, like I usually get off. I usually say bye to everybody before I leave. I get myself together, get my stuff on, leave out of work. I wait on the bus stop. The bus stop is like literally right in front of my job. So I wait on the bus stop probably about 4, maybe 5 minutes until the bus pulls up. Well, I get on the bus and I drive, and of course I get off the bus and then I get on another bus. So I had got off the bus and I got on, I have to wait like 2, maybe 3 minutes to get to my next bus. So I got on my next bus and basically I go home from there. So on my way home, I usually listen to music or something while I'm on the bus because nobody likes to just sit there. I mean, come on, that's boring. It's a whole ride. So I usually put my headphones in and I ride the bus all the way there. So I get off the bus. Usually when I get off the bus and I go home, you guys, I take one earbud out and I put it here. And I look both ways when I get off the bus just to make sure, you know, nobody's coming or, you know. And then the way that I go, I have to cross the street anyways to get on my side, to get on the right side where my house is. So I get off the bus and I go to cross the street. Now, when I look to my left, there is a guy coming down, but he had like on some gray or something. He had on like a gray hoodie or something. And I could tell either he was smoking a cigarette or he was like eating something. I don't remember. But anyways, like he was just like a random person. I don't know who he was, but I seen him coming that way. I seen him coming down my way. So I start walking down the street, and you know, it's like I said, it's regular with me walking the way that I walk and me walking down the street and everything's fine. So I was walking down the street and I don't know, like when I walk down the street, and girls, this is a great tip if you walk anywhere by yourself at night or when the sun's going down. If the street lights are on, always make sure you look down. Always look up. Make sure you keep your head up, but also look down. Because if you're looking down and there's street lights up, you can see shadows. You can see your shadow, and if anybody is behind you, you can see somebody else's shadow. Well, I was walking down, and usually, like I said, I do that. I look on the ground to make sure nobody's behind me or anything, just to make sure nobody does run up to me. So I'm walking down the street. As soon as I get to the middle of this street, because this is not my street of where my house is. This is the street I just walk on when I get off the bus. When I'm walking in the middle of that street, I seen a shadow, like, just come up to me. And like I said, I had one earbud in, one out. So I can kind of hear, but I can't. So the guy kind of comes up. Something told me to turn around. And I turned around, and the guy was kind of like maybe 4 feet from me. So I turned around, and he had on like a black hoodie and I think his pants were gray. And I couldn't see his face, but I turned around really quick and I'm like, oops, sorry. Like, I said it. I know I said it. I was like, oops, sorry. So I walked up faster because I'm thinking this is just a regular guy. He's walking down the street. He's probably walking home. Let me get out of his way. So I was walking down the street and I turned on this other street, which is also another way to get to my street. So I turned on this little street, this little road, and I turn around just to make sure he's not following me. He's just going straight. So he's going straight down. I see him walking fast straight down the street, and I turn on the opposite street and I'm walking down. So then, like I said, this is a little street, and then there's an alley in this street as well. So once I turn and I'm walking down the street, there's an alley. So I turn and look, and just to make sure nobody's coming. So I walk and I look, and then I turn back around, and as soon as I get to the stop sign on this corner, I make a right to get to my house. So I'm walking down my street. I'm starting to take my headphones off and everything, and put them up, and I'm starting to take my hood down and everything, because you guys, it is cold in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, so it was cold. So I take my my hood off, and I'm walking in my driveway. Well, as soon as I get in my driveway, I don't know what it was. It had to be God telling me, just turn around, baby. Just turn around. So I turned around, and there's a guy coming towards me. Now, you guys, I'm not thinking, oh, somebody's about to do something to me, or this is a guy that, you know, I just don't know. You know, I'm thinking, okay, I probably know this guy because he's, you know, he's all up walking towards me and everything, and it's kind of weird, you know. So I turn around, and he's like walking in my damn driveway, and I'm like, who are you? So he runs up to me and he grabs me like this first, and I feel him doing something, so he pulls out a knife, and then he grabs me here. So now I'm like, oh my God, like this is real, like this is totally real, like he's really trying to do something to me. So he has a knife, and as soon as like I was getting ready to scream or anything, he tells me, if you scream, I'm gonna slit your throat. So, you know, I'm trying to recollect all of this, because you guys, like, it's still, like, dawning on me that this is even happening to me. So I'm telling him, okay, like, wait, like, what is it? What do you want? What is it? What is it that you want from me? Like, come on now. And I'm like, I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you money. What do you want? I even handed him, like, was giving him, like, my phone, like, putting my phone up to my ear, like, here, if you want my phone, you can have it. And he's like, he's like, shush, just be quiet, just be quiet. So he tells me to get on the ground. So I get on the ground, because of course my phone and everything drops like out of my hand. So I get on the ground, and he gets like behind me, and he's like in the same position, like the position I'm in. I had like got on my knees, and I'm turned around towards, and mind you, I had, as soon as he grabbed me, I was moving back towards my driveway, so that I was in the back, because I get in the, I use the back door to get in the house. So mind you, I'm in my backyard, like I'm in my backyard. We're in my backyard, and he tells me to turn around, so I'm like right next to the stairs to get up towards my house. So he tells me to turn around, and literally like while we're up, I forgot to tell y'all this. Look, I'm going all over the place. Okay, while we're up, while he grabs me, and while we're up, and he told me, you know, he's gonna slit my throat, whatever. I'm up, and he has a knife like here towards me. So I have my right hand like up, and I'm trying to fight him like this with my right hand, and he has the knife in his hand. So I'm also putting my hand, gripping my hand around the blade. So I'm literally like trying to pull the blade from him to get it out of his hand. So when I did that, I ended up cutting my finger. No, I'll get to that. I'll get to all of that. Okay, so I ended up cutting my finger. Well, after that, like I said, he told me to get down. So I'm next to my porch steps, and he's down like by me. I could feel his like pelvis area up against my butt. So he's behind me, and I'm like, yo, like, please don't do this to me. Like, what do you want from me? And he's like, I'm not going to do anything to you. Come on now. I know you're going to do something to me. So I'm still telling him, like, no, like, you don't have to do this. Like, I don't deserve this. Why are you even doing this to me? Like, I do not deserve this at all. Like, don't do this. Just don't do this to me. And I don't know what it was, you guys. I don't know. It was only God. Let me just say that. Let me stop saying I don't know what it was, because I know what it was. It was only God that he got up off of me. So once he got up off of me, my porch light's on. So clearly I can see what color this man is. I can see his whole face and everything. I don't know why he was that fucking bold. Excuse my language. I don't know why he was that bold to do that in my driveway. So I turn around, and basically he's standing like over me, and I'm looking up at him, And of course, as I turn around, I can see my hand. My hand is bleeding like really bad. And I'm like, oh my God, my hand. So he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And we're looking just like this at each other. And I'm like, just go. Like, just go. Just leave. I won't tell anybody. Just leave. Just leave. So, of course, y'all know it was a fucking lie. But anyways, I was telling him just leave. So, after that, he like ran, and as soon as he turns around and he walks away slowly, it's like he backed up. Before he ran, he backed up slowly, and he was still looking at me. So as soon as he turns around and he leaves, I run in the house. Because usually, you know, I live with my mom, and I live with her and her boyfriend and my brother. So usually when I get home, you know, they leave the door unlocked for me when I come home. So I won't, you know, have to go through all that. And we have dogs, mind you. And while all of this was going on, I heard my dogs barking. Okay, mind you too, my mom is home. My mom, my brother, my grandma. My grandma had a friend over. So mind you that they're all home. So once I get in the house, I bust through the door and I turn around to lock the door. I lock the door because I'm scared. Like, I'm scared out of my damn mind. I can't tell you guys. I can't even put it in you how scared I was. Like, I was just so terrified. Like, I literally thought my life was over. So once I get in the house, I immediately run to my mom's room. My mom's room is like right across from the door, right across from our back door. So I run in the hallway and then run straight to my mom's room, and I'm banging on the door. There's blood like going everywhere, and I'm just like, mom, come out. This guy, he tried to rape me and he got away. And now, like, I'm just bleeding uncontrollably, and I'm in the bathroom. No, I'm not in the bathroom. I go in the kitchen. And of course, I'm screaming. I had screamed. So my grandmother came upstairs. My brother came downstairs. And my brother is like trying to get, you know, the towels and everything for me, for my hand, because my hand is bleeding uncontrollably. And my mom, of course, my mom and her boyfriend, they already are outside. And like my brother is in the kitchen with me now, and I'm like crying, and I'm in the like corner, and I'm holding my hand trying to put pressure on it. And my brother is literally like furious. And my mom and her boyfriend are outside. Like, you know, they're outside because they're trying to find this dude. They're going to get this dude. So they're outside, and I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm telling my brother, like, close the door. Just keep the door closed or lock it. Like, I'm just scared out of my mind. So my grandma comes upstairs, and she's like, what's going on? What happened? And my grandmother, she's a very strong woman, and she's very strong. So she wasn't trying to cry, or she wasn't trying to show me any emotion right then and there, because also she's trying to figure out what's going on, and she's trying to keep me in control too. So my grandmother, I give my phone to my brother, and my brother's calling the police. My grandmother also called the police, and they're on the phone with the police, and the police is telling me put pressure on my hand and all this other stuff. So I'm still in the corner, and my mom finally comes in the house, and she's like, come here, baby. And she grabs me, and now we're in the bathroom. And we're sitting in the bathroom, and basically she's telling me, and she's asking me what's going on, what happened, like, did he do anything to you? Did he get to you? And I'm telling her no, he didn't get to do anything to me. All he did was basically, he had a knife, and he grabbed me, and he tried to do something. So my mom is talking to me and everything, and of course she's holding me and everything, and the police get there. We talk to the police. If you guys have been through anything like this, or anything far as a crime or anybody fighting or anything going on, you know the procedure and everything that the police go through. So basically they were taking pictures of my hand. They were asking me what happened and everything. They asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital. Of course I needed to go to the hospital. So now I'm going to get over all the things that happened at the house, you guys. So once they get me in the ambulance, my mom gets an ambulance with me. And basically we're going to the hospital, where I work too. So we get to the hospital, and basically I'm still putting pressure on my hand. They couldn't do much because, of course, if you guys know, once again, with any crime or anything that you go through as far as assault, you cannot do they can't do anything to your hand if it's cut, if it's broke or anything, because they can't really see what's wrong with it. So right then and there, they didn't do anything to my hand. My hand was just open. So I still was putting pressure on it, but it was hurting like hell. So once I got to the hospital, they get me out of the ambulance, and like they're waiting, but they're telling my mom has to go through security and everything, and me, myself, and I, like, I'm so scared. Like, I don't want to be away from my mom at all at this point. So like I immediately like start crying like hard, like, please don't leave me, like, please don't leave me in there. My mom's like, I'm coming. Mom's like, I'm coming right back, don't worry about it. So my mom goes back in, and now I'm waiting in the little area for the people to get me back into the emergency room. And we wait a little bit. They tell me what happened. They check my vitals and all this other stuff, and then we go back. So we go back in the emergency room, and we're sitting there. And of course, a lot of people come and talk to you when you go through anything, far as being assaulted, far as being raped, or anything. There's always a person there that'll come talk to you. So I had a lot of people come and talk to me and try to support me that night. And of course, my mom and her boyfriend were there, so they would support me as well. Basically, I had a lot of support. I had a lot of support that night as well. So a lot of people came and talked to me, and then they were checking my hand. Well, my hand, you guys, it was disgusting. Like, it was disgusting. I don't even have pictures of it. It was just nasty. It was like open. It was an open wound, so it looked like you could literally see my skin on the inside, and I thought that you could see my bone. Like, literally, I was scared. I really thought, like, I probably broke this. I probably cut it and it's broke. But the way my finger was, it was just laying like this. So it was crazy. It was just nasty. So they wrapped my hand. Of course, once I was at the hospital, they take information too on what had happened and everything. And they swabbed me for different stuff. And basically, I went back in the room. They told me what was wrong with my hand, because they did x-rays and everything. So they didn't want to put any stitches on it or anything. So basically, they just wrapped it to leave it open. So yeah, basically, my finger was cut really, really bad. I couldn't feel on one side of my finger. I could feel on the other side, but I couldn't feel on one side, so that was bad. So once the doctor came to me, she's like, yeah, you probably cut a tendon really bad in a nerve, so you're probably gonna have surgery on it if you can't feel it in a couple of days. So, basically, after a couple of days go by, I go back and I see my doctor. And, of course, he tells me, he tries to feel it again. I tell him I can't feel it. So, of course, he tells me I need surgery. You guys, this is my first surgery ever. Like, first surgery for anything. I've never broken anything. I've never done anything this serious to make me, get a surgery. So, I had to get my surgery and everything. And once that was over, also around this time, I was having to get my teeth pulled. So you guys had to get my wisdom teeth pulled. It was crazy. It was a lot going on. Once after my surgery, they told me that I would have to have physical therapy. So this is another reason I haven't been doing videos, because I have been in this. Okay? Well, God. Let me tell you guys. This is basically... for my physical therapy. It is basically like a brace for therapy. Right now I am doing my hand movements and everything in it. I'm going to my physical therapy so my hand can get better. I can show you guys the wound really quick and how it's looking. It's looking way better than it did at first. I had stitches in it and everything, but this is what it looks like. I'm trying to make it clearer if I can. It probably won't let me. Okay. Yeah, but that's what it looks like right now. And I cut it here. This is where I first cut it. Hold on. No, I cut it on the inside. I cut it here. That's the first place I cut it. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like right now. Okay. So it's healing. It doesn't look that bad like it did at first. But yeah. So... my hand is getting way, way better. My support is amazing. I have had support from family to friends to an ex-boyfriend. Like, it has been a tremendous help with me, period, because when anybody experiences something like this, they need as much support as possible. So let me just tell you guys too, if you're a female and you have experienced this, or a guy, it doesn't matter. If you have been assaulted in any way, and if it has gotten further, or if it has led to you being hurt or anything, it bothers you for a long time. It bothers you forever. This is something that does not end. It's something that bothers you forever. And even though I'm strong, and this situation has made me so strong, it has also shown me that, this world is so evil. It's so evil, and people will do anything to take you down, no matter what. They will see you walking down the street and try to hurt you and not know, what's going on in your life or anything, just because they want something from you. And this world is just, it's just crazy. That's all I can put it. It's real out here, y'all. It's real. And I knew that things in this world could happen, but I never thought something like this would happen to me. It didn't dawn on me that, oh, okay, this is gonna happen to me today. Like, it just didn't. It's something that just doesn't come to you. So all I want to say to you young girls is just be aware. Even if you're a guy, like, it's crazy. Like I said, this world's crazy. Just be aware of your surroundings at all times. Like, sometimes switch up the way you go home, or switch up the way you walk home, or the way you get off the bus when you get out of school, or anything. You know, sometimes just switch up your path and the way that you go, switch up your lifestyle a little bit. Don't always keep it the same, because like I said, I kept it the same thinking that, you know, I was okay, and I should have been okay. Just walking down the street and getting home after work. I mean, nobody should ever have to, you know, get touched or get attacked when they're on their way home or anywhere. If let me put it like this, you guys. If I'm butt naked and I'm walking down the street, I should be able to be butt naked and walk down the street without nobody touching me. Let's just put it that way. Okay? But in this world today, you cannot do that. In this world today, people will do anything to you to hurt you. Okay? That it could be somebody really close to you. But anyways, just keep your head up. This has really showed me a lot, and I'm really blessed that, you know, I have people praying for me, and I have a God that truly loves me. And this just made me very strong, and basically lets me know that I'm not done with what I need to do on this earth. So, you know, that's my God. But I want to say, if you all need anybody, if you've been through this recently, or if you've been through anything and you need somebody to talk to, you know, you can DM me, you can tweet me. I've been through this stuff before, so you can DM me. If you want it to be even more private, I'll put my email down below, and I also put my emails also on my Instagram. So if you need anybody to talk to, you can talk to me, because I believe it. Like, I have gotten over the situation, but I need people to talk to as well. Like, I will always need somebody to talk to about the situation, because like I said, it doesn't go away. This is something that's going to be with me for the rest of my life, and I will never forget I will never forget the guy that did this to me either. Like, that's just something that's permanent. You'll always remember until he is catched. So all I want to say is, like, thank you guys for subscribing to me, and please like this video. This is something that happened in my life, and I hope it helps a lot of young girls out there. And like I said, just, you know, keep just praying, and like I said, just don't ever keep anything the same, especially if you're walking home by yourself or you're doing anything by yourself. Just switch it up sometimes, okay? Like, please, especially for you young girls out here, just, you know, I hope you learn by this. And thank you guys so much, and please subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram, my YouTube, my Instagram, my Twitter name. All of that has changed to Hunteey. So if you guys want to follow me, that is HONTEEYY. That's my Instagram, that's my Twitter, that's all my social media. So if you want to follow me, go follow me, and I'll also put it at the description below. So please like, subscribe, and thank you guys so much. Bye.
I'd rather lose a lover than a lover loser. Everything you did, I wanna do it to you. Got my vision clear, so now I'm seeing through you. Writing you a letter, I'ma send it to you. I'd rather lose a